All right, good morning. It is 8:15 on Thursday, August the 29th. Let's go ahead and take a look at the futures. Wow, what a pop, right? What a pop. The diamonds futures up 1.04%. The Qs up 1.22%. The E-minis are S&P 500 minis are basically up a percentage. Small cap up 1.05. Massive crush in volatility. So what we're seeing is a major bump in the market here. Let's go into those charts. As you can see here, it looks like we're going to get a lot of trend line resistance break. And so we have this trend line that's been pretty spot on, and we are right at that trend line all the way across the board. All right, so 290, basically 292. So let's go into these minis, 292, right? Boom, right there. So it looks like that this kind of pseudo flag that we have setting up is going to just, get destroyed. So that's really where we're looking at. Flirted with this, really thought we were going to break down, really felt like that's where we were headed. I think that some of the yield inversions, I think that some of the still optimism, I'm thinking about the election coming up and just kind of understanding that Trump's gonna want to end the trade war, right? Just some of those types of things I think is now going to push the market a little bit higher. So we're at this trend line resistance right here. So we're gonna have to see what happens. We are gonna get this gap, and this gap is gonna have to fill. We're seeing the same thing. We're gonna be well back into this area at 1815. We're going to be back right there, but basically all of the charts are going to show the same. So 187.50, 187.50, right? So we're going to be above the trend line resistance there in the Qs. We're going to be above it there in the diamonds. So how am I going to play this? I'm really going to be looking at one of my favorite trades on a gap up like this is to sell a weekly diagonal. And really take advantage, so I'm going to be looking to sell this diagonal, 297, 298 for my short strike, right? And what I'm going to want to see is if we move up, right, sweet, that's great. I want to stay below that short strike as always. You can see some of my marks right there for just kind of levels that I've been watching. And then what I'm really going to want to see is moving up into this area, right? Just kind of making that happen in that regard. So that's really what I'm going to be looking for. If we gap up and then retrace, it's certainly going to help my shorts that I have on. But I don't know that that's going to happen, right? 291, 93, 94, right? So it's really looking like we're going to break through this trend line resistance and maybe work on this next wave higher, although I think this gap has a chance to fill at some point. I mean, it will fill at some point. So that is where we're at with the market. Yesterday was a strong day. We are pushing past all of these levels. Really, I mean, it's quite a gap. We are looking, and here we go, 292, getting ready to print, I bet. And the futures here, oh, nope, okay, so we're down just a little bit more. We're going to watch that, though. I still think that we're going to break through that 292 at some point. So really just the plan is to watch this 294 level, 294.26 that I have marked is going to be an important level. So we're going to continue to watch that particular level. All right, if you have any questions, that's really kind of the game plan right now is just to watch this level. Futures are up big. Volatility's down big, so let's just kind of watch what happens here. Looks like we might get out of this August chop that we've been in pretty much all month, and we might push to this upside and get back some of this level. I mean, we do have a gap to fill right here in the Qs. Got this, the gap is filled in the E-minis, but it does look like there's a gap to fill in the Qs. Doesn't look like there's one anywhere else, but that's what we're watching. All right, let's get ready for a great end of the week.